So this will be the second video of taking the transmission apart that I took out of this car a while back. So yeah, I guess we'll get right into it. So yeah, it's just like a regular automatic. Has a torque converter. Might have been sweating. I'll get all these bolts. These are all, should be 12 mil, I believe. Yeah, they're 12. And there's a couple on the outside of the case. I will start. Where to start? Oh, that's the bracket for the ship cable. It kind of just loops through there. So I got most of the bolts out. There's just one left at the top there that I had to use the wrench to get it off because I couldn't get my impact on it. Oh, it's like it's stuck on a dowel pin back here. Or I forgot a bolt. Yeah, no, right here. Here's a. Puke out. And I'll just lay it right back here. So, not much going on in here. This is the, I think that's the park pole. Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, so this is the timing chain, or not the timing chain, the oil pump drive. The torque converter sits on here. That goes round and round, and this is your oil pump right here. Oil gets sucked up there through the filter, and yeah. Oh. This out first. Check the gears out. Just a little bit of wear. So I guess there's a ring and pinion if you want to change your gear ratio. It's, So the ones that I've had apart before, they've had not this bearing, but the one underneath it, if I remember right. I'll try and get this out of here. Yeah, that's one thrust washer, but it's the one underneath this gear. Actually, underneath this housing, that retainer. So I'll get this out of there. I don't have a lot of tools here, so using some broken needle nose pliers to get this apart. Yeah, so this one has a little snap ring, but you gotta pry it open to get that one out. So yeah, just this little pretty rinky-dink, but whatever works. Yeah, this is that snap ring. To get that out, you just gotta open it up. Just a bushing in there. Yeah, so this is the part that I see wear out a lot on these things. I'll actually wear this outer ridge right out, like right down to the, kind of see how thick that is. I don't know why this happens, but looks like lack of lubrication to me, but yeah, so that sits like there. There's a little super thin washer that sits on top. And this is the way the bearing sits, and it drops in like that. Yeah, I've seen this. Yeah, well, it's a thrust washer. Little needle bearings in there. I've seen these pile up probably half a dozen times. These seize up, it chews out that outer housing. Basically the car is like it's indirect drive. You start it, as soon as you put it in gear, it lurches forward. It's kind of like the, I don't know if the torque converter locks up or what the hell, but it's like, it's indirect drive. You can't drive the thing. So yeah, this one actually looks good. Yeah, so most of the time when that bearing piles up there, you can drop the pan and you can see it's usually stuck to the magnets down there. So if you see stuff like that, then yeah, it's time to replace it, in my opinion. Oh, that's not how that goes. It sits like that. So it sits in there like so. I'll put that back together right, that is. So yeah, I've seen you can buy these housings and the shaft. I think it comes with the shaft. I can't remember. I'd have to look it up. I did see them aftermarket. And these little, not an O-ring. Yeah, I think you can buy the assembly like this. I don't know if it comes with the oil pump gear or not, but... And there's different spline counts, I believe. At least 2 different kinds. If that bearing goes, usually there's metal throughout your entire transmission, and it's got to replace everything, I'm assuming, so probably not worth dinking around. So yeah, there's the, well, a little bit better shot of the oil pump. Tiny little dry shaft on it. And the one tube I took off looks like an oiler. Comes across here to here. There is a kind of an O-ring there. It's pretty dried out, and there isn't anything on this side. But I can see there might be an O-ring down in the hole there. I don't know. Can't see that well. I'm just tearing this thing apart just because though. So. The 12 mil fits right on there. There's a dowel pin back there. Oh, I guess that was it. Yeah, so I guess I should have done a little bit of research on how these things actually work inside. I didn't bother, but from my understanding is in this part of the transmission there's a 2-speed auxiliary type of gearbox. It does actually change gears apparently. It only has 2 speeds. Yeah, this is from my understanding. I could be completely wrong, and I'm sure someone will point that out, so feel free. But there's a planetary gear set and a bunch of clutch packs and a whole bunch of other stuff in there. So that's in behind here in front of one of the clutches. So yeah, I think that's a secondary clutch there. So anyways, I did have one of these cars deep inside there on the back side of the planetary set there. It had a plate there that just sheared right off, right at the shaft. It's the only time I've ever seen that happen, and I don't know for sure, but I'm kind of suspecting that the car may have been spinning the tires on ice because it was wintertime. Hit dry asphalt and just grenaded the thing. Yeah, because I never really did get any explanation other than the car just started acting up out of the blue. It did drive onto the trailer. It was pretty clear that it was pretty screwed though, so I ended up just replacing the transmission on that one. So okay, so I'll get back in tearing this apart a little bit more here. Well, this one might not be a snap ring, but yeah, a little bit of gray there. Yeah, I think everything else is going to be pop a snap ring or 2 out to get just some more clutch plates in there. Grab on. Let's see what we got. Oh, and another snap ring. Try my busted pliers. All right then. Another thrust washer. And that would be the clutch.
Yeah, so again, this video is a lot longer than I expected it to be, so I'll end it here. All that's left inside there to take apart is the that I haven't taken out already is the oil pump there on the right side of the case, and next to that is that gear that hooks to the primary clutch. I took both the clutches out as an assembly, kind of in the other video I did taking this thing apart. So if you made it this far, thanks for watching.